You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV, and we're now on Roku devices. This is Thursday, April 18th. In our top story, 2 people were killed as of 9 p.m. on Wednesday following a pedestrian crash that occurred in Las Vegas on Boulder Highway. 3 other people were reportedly injured in this collision, and according to police, a driver has been detained due to suspected impairment. That driver reportedly drove off the road and hit a group of people on the sidewalk in the 3600 block of Boulder Highway, just south of Sahara. News 25 will have more on this story as further details develop. And in a recent update, the identity of the suspect involved in the Henderson barricade over the weekend is released. Samantha Roberts has more on this story.
New information has been released about the barricade situation in Henderson last Friday, April 12th. According to Henderson police, the man who had barricaded himself in a house near the 200 block of Callan Falls Avenue was originally wanted for a violent felony case. The suspect was identified as 31-year-old Trevor Cooper, a jiu-jitsu specialist. Cooper was originally wanted on charges of first-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, battery resulting in substantial bodily harm, and administering a drug to aid in a felony crime. According to reports, Trevor had overdosed on a drug and died before police made entry to the home on Sunday. The type of drug has not been released to the public. If Cooper had survived, he would have additionally faced charges of assault with a deadly weapon on a protected person, possession of a short-barreled rifle, resisting with a firearm, discharging a firearm in or from an occupied structure, and a prohibited person possessing a firearm. Police were able to recover 6 firearms from the crime scene. This is still an ongoing investigation, and News 25 will have more on this story as it develops.
And Senator Jackie Rosen introduces a new bill that will help expunge low-level marijuana crime records in the state where the drug is now legal here in Nevada. RJ Camacho reports.
On April 18th, Senator Jackie Rosen introduced the Harnessing Opportunity by Pursuing Expungement Act, which is also known as the HOPE Act. This bill aims to help expunge cannabis conditions in states where it is legalized or has been decriminalized. This will do so by establishing a new federal grant program which would cover the costs of these expungements or sealing of records. The funding is also stated to be used to update record-keeping technology, automate the expungement process, support legal clinics that assist individuals through the expungement process, and to seal records of conviction for marijuana offenses. Senator Rosen spoke on the matter, stating that, while cannabis has been regulated in our state since 2017, many Nevadans are still dealing with the effects of past low-level marijuana offenses. Having a record for something that is now legal in our state threatens Nevadans' ability to get a job, apply for housing, and contribute to our state's economy. Director of the UNLV Cannabis Policy Institute, Rihanna Durrett, commented as well and said that removing barriers that are a result of cannabis criminal records can be an important step to addressing what she calls the nation's flawed and misguided cannabis criminalization laws. In addition to providing a second chance for millions of Americans who have been arrested for cannabis, it will also restore their access to education, employment, housing, and other resources an individual may need.
Well, purple is the color of the day at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in recognition of military children.
2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
On April 17th, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign changed colors to purple in recognition of Month of the Military Child. Clark County Commissioner William McCurdy II spoke at the ceremony.
April is the month of the military child, and today is Purple Up for Military Kids Day. And I'm happy we get an opportunity to focus the lights of the iconic Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign, purple, for our military families and their children.
The Month of the Military Child recognizes the struggles that children in military families deal with. This includes constantly having to move between different schools, states, and dwellings as their parents get restationed. They also face the unique challenge of seeing a parent be deployed far away from home for long periods of time. The average military student faces transition challenges more than twice while in high school, and most military children will attend 6 to 9 different school systems throughout their lives from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
Because of the things that we ask our families to put up with as military members, sometimes that we forget about what they have to go through, and so it's very important to recognize that.
Don't grab that remote and don't go anywhere. News 25 will be right back with much more local, national, and international news after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump's United Rentals. From home to job site, they have all your equipment needs. Call 775-990-4260.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, concerning your personal health, did you know that 40% of people living in Nevada have never had an HIV test, and 1 out of 5 people are not even aware that they are HIV positive? At Huntridge Family Clinic, testing thankfully is free for both HIV and for hepatitis C. And the clinic also offers primary care services and more. Huntridge Family Clinic makes a trip to Pahrump twice a month in their mobile unit. And so News 25 is speaking with Rob Phoenix, who's telling us about their services both in Las Vegas and here in Pahrump.
So, hello, my name is Rob Phoenix. I'm a nurse practitioner with Huntridge Family Clinic, and we are out here in Pahrump at Nye Communities Coalition Campus on East Wilson. We are here the first and third Wednesday of each month from 10 till 2, and we're offering free HIV testing, free hepatitis C testing. We're also offering primary care, gender affirming care, HIV treatment, HIV prevention, and other services that are billed through insurances. Come out and see us, get tested, know your status, because in Nevada, 40% of the people that live in the state of Nevada have never had an HIV test. And of those people who have HIV, 1 in 5 of them are unaware of their HIV status. So it's important to get tested because Nevada is number 5 in the country for the number of new HIV infections. We also do primary care, so if you have issues with blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, we can take care of that. The mobile unit behind us has the capacity to draw your labs and send them to the laboratory. And the mobile unit has full capacity to do all kinds of exams. So if you need a well woman's exam, well men's exam, we can accommodate those as well. So, the services that we provide for free are the HIV testing, the hepatitis C testing, and then we can link you to services for HIV prevention. And remember, PrEP is a strategy, so it's about condoms, it's about testing, it's about knowing your status, knowing the status of your partners. And then if you feel that it's an opportunity for you, there's medications that we can offer. If you have insurance, we can get them covered through the insurance. If you actually don't have insurance for the HIV prevention medicines, sometimes it's actually easier for us to get the meds without insurance, but we can definitely get you set up with that if that's something you feel would be beneficial for your prevention strategy. And there's basically 3 different medications that we can use. 2 of them are pills that you would take every day. The brand names are Descovy or Truvada. And then the third option is an injectable that's done in the butt muscle every 2 months. And that's a medicine called Apretude. and that is available as an HIV prevention medications as well. For treatment, we have lots of options for those people living with HIV. We have the Cabenuva injection, which is a every 2-month injection for people living with HIV that are tired of taking a pill or the pill is not working for them. That's a new strategy that's available for patients. So that's a great opportunity for some people to help improve their ability to stay in care, keep themselves undetectable. Because when you are living with HIV and you keep your viral load under control or undetectable, meaning that the test is always going to be positive, but we can't measure how much virus you have in your system. That means you can't give it to anyone, that you, through sexual contact, you're not going to be the person that transmits HIV to somebody else.
Lots of great information there, and News 25 will have more on HIV awareness and treatment in part 2 of our story tomorrow. And Southern Nevada is home to Nellis Air Force Base, one of the most powerful places on the planet. So Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers is now joining us from the base with the latest in military news for News 25.
An active duty and reserve U.S. Air Force medical team comprised of technicians, medics, doctors, and nurses recently traveled to 4 nations across the Eastern Caribbean to work alongside local hospitals and clinics. A majority of this U.S. Air Force medical team was comprised of women. Let's hear from these powerful females how they pridefully use their specialized skills across the region.
I'm a proud woman in the United States Air Force. I grew up in a country where we did not have gender equality. So being able to lead a team as a female, it's important to me because I want to project that image that, hey, we are here in a place where we could be anything, we could be anybody, and we do have those opportunities.
Beginning in World War II, all U.S. military branches enlisted women in their ranks for the first time in history.
To be a woman in this Air Force means getting the opportunity to be placed in places that have been mostly dominated by men and now are looking for the same type of intelligence, the same skill sets, but that a woman is more than capable of doing.
In 1992, Annie Dunwoody became the first female battalion commander for the 82nd Airborne Division.
Being in the force, just maintaining that professionalism and also being an inspiration to other young women who don't think that they have the opportunity to make it in fields that they may not think is a place for them, but there is a place. There are places for women in every field.
I am honored that we are able to provide that for our members, and I love being part of that team that gets to do that.
Reporting from Nellis Air Force Base, I'm Maria Centers with Southern Nevada News Network.
All right, News 25 will be back with your weather and much more.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, save the date because this Saturday, April 20th, is the single largest day in music event in recorded history because it is Record Store Day.
Record Store Day 2024 is coming up Saturday, April 20th. Record Store Day is an annual event inaugurated in 2007 to celebrate the culture of the independently owned record store. Held one Saturday, typically the 3rd, every April, and every Black Friday in November. The day brings together fans, artists, and thousands of independent record stores around the world. A number of records are pressed specifically for Record Store Day, such as Queen, Cool Cat, The Rolling Stones, Live at Racket, NYC, The Replacements, Not Ready for Prime Time, live at the Cabaret Metro, Chicago, Illinois, January 11th, 1986. The Beatles, She Loves You, Grateful Dead, Nightfall of Diamonds, and Lil Wayne, Sorry for the Wait, to name a few. Zia Records in Las Vegas has taken part in Record Store Day. Doors open at 7 a.m. on Saturday, April 20th. For more information, visit ziarecords.com.
All right, he's slam dunking like Caitlin and Angel Reese. So here's Mikey Ruhan with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at www.kpvm.tv and now on Roku. Vegas Golden Knights are gearing up for their final regular season home game this evening. It is against the Anaheim Ducks. Jack Eichel is getting the call to lead the Vegas Golden Knights as the captain in the 2024 Battle for Vegas charity softball game this year. He takes over for Riley Smith, who led the hockey side since the charity game began in 2019. Smith was traded last year to the Pittsburgh Penguins. The annual matchup between Golden Knights and the Raiders will be held at Las Vegas Ballpark on Saturday, July 13th at 8 p.m. Full rosters will be announced at a later date. Las Vegas Aviators dropped another one last night, 8-4 against the Tacoma Rainers.
That's a 2-game losing streak.
Rematch tonight at 7:05. The Las Vegas Aces unveiled their new Nike Rebel Edition uniform for the 2024 season. The WNBA says the Rebel Edition uniforms are championship red. Rebel Edition jerseys will go on sale starting April 23rd online. In-arena sales will begin when the Aces debut the uniform on court in June. Former UNLV Lady Rebel star Desiree Young will get a shot at turning pro this spring. The university announced that Young signed a training camp contract with the Phoenix Mercury of the WNBA. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Mikey, you've got to tell me how I can get my hands on one of those new Aces jerseys. Go Aces! Well, today is Line Worker Appreciation Day, so let's celebrate the brave men and women who keep our lights on and our communities powered.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Today is National Line Worker Appreciation Day. A line worker's job is challenging. It's dangerous. It means being ready to answer the call day or night, in good weather and bad. Line workers are always willing to go the extra mile to better the communities they serve, today and every day. We thank you for your courage. We thank you for your commitment. We thank you for brightening our lives. Please join us in celebrating Line Worker Appreciation Day. And remember to thank a line worker.
Well, what are you doing this weekend? If you'd like a bit of a great suggestion, Mikey Ruhan is here in a weekend road trip that you don't want to miss.
Looking to get away this weekend? Just about an hour away in Ash Meadows, Point of Rocks. The Point of Rocks Boardwalk winds through groves of mesquite trees where the melodic songs of birds fill the air. Sit on the benches at King's Pool and watch pupfish frolic in the crystal blue waters. The species of fish have survived these waters since mammoths roamed the area, and this is the only place in the world they exist. There are grinding holes used by ancient peoples, a hilltop scenic area complete with viewing scopes, and a series of interpretive panels. Visitors may even see some desert bighorn sheep in the nearby Devil's Hole Hills. The length of the boardwalk is approximately a half a mile round trip and is wheelchair accessible. Sorry, no bicycles.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's look through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam at all of those scattered clouds out there. But we still have a beautiful forecast on the horizon. A closer look at weather when News 25 returns.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. I'm Mike Ruhan from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming on your mobile device at www.kpvm.tv and now on Roku devices. Let's take a look at this weather map. We got 70 in Fernley, Fallon, and Carson City, all tied weather triplets. Tonopah, 71, Goldfield, 73 degrees, Beatty, 82, 87 out in Amargosa, that's the hot spot. Las Vegas, 85, out in Death Valley, no thanks, 97, but here in the paradise of Pahrump, our current temperature is 83 degrees, under partly cloudy skies. We hit 85 just a little bit earlier today. Winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour. The humidity, 13%. Sun rose this morning at 6:05, is going to set this evening at 7:20. Humidity goes up to 30% tonight as we go to a low of 55 degrees under clear skies. How does that set us up for the rest of the week? Tomorrow, 84 degrees. We got partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Saturday, 88. Sunday, 91. We're going to hit the 90s on Sunday. Then Monday will be 90. Then it goes back down to 85 on Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday, 75 on Thursday. And that's a look at your weather. Back to the desk. Here's Unette.
All right, thanks so much, Mikey. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.